Welcome to Round 9, the Canadian Grand Prix of Ultimate F1, my hometown race. Before we hit the green, we have an announcement. Franco Colapinto is replacing Logan Sargent after he's just had too many last places. So we'll see how Franco Colapinto does in his F1 debut. So we took the green flag in our hometown race in P16 with Ocon Colapinto in his debut, Albon and Tsunoda. Behind us, Bottas, Stroll, Hülkenberg, Alonso up the road. So of course, off the green flag, we are going to have many passes, which we do. We get by Stroll, Hülkenberg, and Alonso, Gasly, Joe, Magnussen up the road. We make some nice squeezes. So we really should do good here because this is the Canadian Grand Prix, our home country, not town. I think this is Montreal, and that is not my hometown. I'm not actually too sure, but not our hometown race, our home country race, as we're up to P9 on lap P10, P9, P10. P8, P9, P9, I guess P9. I thought that was P10. Alright, P9 on the first lap, lap 2. We are up to P8. Alonso behind. Sorry, I'm still kind of sick and stuffy. Carlos Sainz up ahead. Sergio Perez and Charles Leclerc up the road. Magnussen and Alonso behind. Oh goodness, my nose. Perez, Leclerc, Sainz behind. We're up to P7. Almost P6 now at our home country Grand Prix. We are absolutely stellar today. Perez up the road, the Red Bull, and we are the Toro Rosso. Now, I think we have beat Perez before, but up in P6, oh my, we are cooking up on lap 3 out of 24. Canada, it's a good track, honestly. It's pretty easy, and it's also where I should be doing good at. And right now, so far, we are. This is really the best we've been doing all season. Side by side with Carlos Sainz, he puts us in the grass. Alonso behind. We are still making moves all the way up until lap 4. We haven't really settled in anywhere, as we're still 3 wide. Alonso behind us. Carlos Sainz up there. Alonso's actually gonna pull, but of course we're gonna chase him back down and get him here on the tight corner, but we kind of run it wide, so he's almost gonna get us back. But we block them and we'll settle in to P7 up until lap 6, 2 laps later, where the rain is coming in. So this is actually crazy. It was a mistake. Everybody comes in pit road, but I forget to, and I think I'm screwed. But I'll show you what happens, alright? So I'm out in P1. The rain hasn't come yet. They're on inters. I make a big mistake. That was a bad mistake. Anyway, everyone's on inters are wet, so they're sliding around. I have the most grip out of everyone, even though my softs are halfway down. So I'm pulling away from Lando. The rain still hasn't came. You can see at the top, it's about to come. And right here, we get on the straightaway, and the pit road is right in front of us, and it starts coming down, but we're able to make it to pit road, so we just saved a lot of time. And we come on lap 8 ahead of Sainz in P6, and we're gonna chase down Max Verstappen, and we will get the Red Bull right here and settle into P5 up until lap 10 in P5, where the rain is now gone, so we're gonna have to come down for fresh tires and hards. Make it 14 laps. 10 plus 14 equals 24. So we'll actually be able to make it till the end of the race, and we're into P5. But some people took softs and mediums, so they're gonna have to pit again. They just screwed themselves. But with basically the final pit stops done, we're gonna settle into P5, and 5 laps later on lap 16, we finally catch Charles Leclerc, and we are going to be able to run him down and take 4th place, 1 spot away from a podium in Canada for the Toro Rosso. And then we will settle in to P4 for a while, up until lap 19, where we catch lap traffic. The people behind us, they pit, so we didn't actually pass them. Then we make our first actual pass on Lance Stroll. George Russell and Lando Norris are right up the road, but we'll settle in there for a while. Then on lap 20 in P4, we catch Lando Norris, and we make the pass on Lando and Albon. We are now up to P3. As we keep it going though, Joe Guan Yu up the road, Franco Colapinto up the road. He's in P15 right now. Debut race, cooking up. Anyway, we catch Joe. We catch Colapinto. We pass Colapinto. We are up to P3. Well, we're still in P3, but that lap traffic is now passed, and we are going to settle into P3 here with them behind us. Then lap 22 out of 24. 3 to go. We're in P3. Leclerc and Norris actually catch us, and we get a penalty, and we're down to P5. So we have some ground to catch back up if we want to score a podium in our home country race of Canada. So we get Lando Norris. Alonso's up the road a lap down. We can use him up to get a good turn. Not the greatest, but it's still good. Leclerc, somehow he's ahead of us, even though he was way back a while ago. He's made quite the comeback. So Charles Leclerc, it is George Russell and Oscar Piastri, the top two, but we just can't catch them. We're ahead of Max Verstappen. Crazy. Ahead of both Red Bulls. Anyway, Leclerc and Ocon up the road. 2 to go. We've caught Leclerc and Ocon. Ocon, man, we've had so many battles, but he's a lap down. We get another penalty, and Leclerc passes us again because of it. But we get Ocon. We hold off Ocon and Norris, and now Leclerc is about 90.93 ahead, so we got some work to do. But on the straightaway, we get a good exit. We've got him. We get the turn. It's looking good. Leclerc and Alonso are fighting. With Hulkenberg, they slow Leclerc down, and we get through goes myself. And we are now with Fernando Alonso, Hulkenberg, and Leclerc behind. Norris as well. And through the final set of corners, basically, we have Leclerc and Norris in our rearview mirror. Alonso ahead. He passed us somehow, and we passed him a while ago. Anyway, we come home P3 in our home country race. Amazing work. Scoring 15 points. Piastri wins 2 in a row. He now has 4 points, and Colin Pinto ends up 19th in his debut. He was 15th a while ago. I'm not sure what happened to him. Anyway, Max Verstappen, Lando Norris, George Russell, Leclerc, Perez, Piastri, Sainz, Hamilton, Guan Yu, Magnussen, your top 10. Gasly, Alonso, Hulkenberg, Stroll, Bottas, down, Ocon, Colin Pinto, Albon, and Tsunoda. Piastri wins the race, Russell in second, down in third, Leclerc, Norris, fastest lap, Sainz, Verstappen, Magnussen, Gasly, Hamilton, Perez, Bottas, Alonso, Hulkenberg, Ocon, Guan Yu, Tsunoda, Albon, Colin Pinto, and Stroll. P3 is amazing for us. That is such a boost. And now, in the points, Oscar Piastri is 150, Verstappen 120, Sainz 114, Norris 112, Russell 104. Then it's Leclerc, Hamilton, Guan Yu, Perez, Bottas, Gasly, Alonso, down with 19, ahead of Magnussen with 15, Ocon with 7, Hulkenberg with 6, Albon with 2. Then it's Tsunoda, Stroll, Sargent, and Colin Pinto. But Colin Pinto should be able to pass Sargent. Anyway, in the constructor standings, Mercedes has a big lead with 262. Then it's Ferrari with 187, Red Bull 169. Yeah, and there you can see the gap too if you want to pause it and take a look at the gap standings too. But Oscar Piastri wins in Canada again, 2 in a row. Russell in second for Mercedes, and Myron down for the Toro Rosso gets third place in his home country race. Amazing work. But Oscar Piastri wins his 4th career Ultimate F1 race and his 4th career Formula 1 race in total. So congratulations to Oscar Piastri for continuing the domination, getting 2 in a row and his 4th career win. I hope to see you in race 10.